What's the company turnover?
£470 million last year.
$1 billion. Done 7 figures in 1 month so far. 55 million.
If you had to start again, how would you make your first million?
I would. What's £1 billion opportunity? Leverage buyouts.
So I pay 1K to make 50K.
Yes, but is a good thing. Yeah? It's not just yes, it's yes, but. So get your butt moving.
Yo, my people, welcome back to the Venture, the #1 platform for entrepreneurs. Today we're on Bond Street, one of the wealthiest parts of London. We want to find out what people do for a living, how they got rich, and the secret to their success. Stay tuned, it's going to be a banger. I love the outfit. Sorry. Alright, cool. Can I ask you what you do for a living? No. Sorry to disturb you. I love the jacket. We're trying to inspire the next generation for our YouTube channel. We've got 180,000 followers of young entrepreneurs. What do you do for a living?
I run an energy and commodities company.
How long have you been doing it?
40 years.
But what's like the context of the success of the company?
Turnover was £470 million last year.
It's one piece of advice that's changed the way you think.
Always have a healthy disrespect for the impossible.
Oh, I love that one.
There you go.
Last thing, sorry. What's the one thing the rich know that the poor don't about wealth creation?
Well, what does rich mean? I mean, people say rich is money. It's not money. Rich is when you feel like you're contributing something. That's richness to me. If you think you're making a difference and you're helping people, that's richness. You know, the money's a consequence of that action. Never do anything for the money. Do it for the right reasons, and if you do a good job, the money will follow.
Anything in terms of wealth creation and your secrets?
Don't try and trade. Don't try and trade in and out. Make the quick kill. Money takes a long time to accumulate.
Thanks, man. Appreciate your time. Bro, I see the R8. Give me a sec. Excuse me, bro.
What's going on? You good?
Yeah, man. Sorry.
How's it going? You alright?
I love the car, man. The car's sick, bro. What do you do for a living?
Trader and entrepreneur.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're trying to inspire the next generation. Can I ask you a few more questions?
Yeah, of course. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah? What's the most you made in a month?
So far in my career, I've done 7 figures in 1 month so far, and then we're consistently doing 7 figures in a year at the moment.
Can I ask you, have you been broke before?
Yeah, man, I've been broke plenty of times, man. Like, way too many times. From points where I was in overdraft at Tesco's waiting for bread to go on sale, which is kind of mad now, and even just literally £50 to my name for like 2 months. Literally. Literally, I had to try and budget £5 per week for 2 months.
So if I had £500, how would you invest that today?
So first and foremost, you learn the skill. Once you've learned the skill, you've backtested it, and you can do this all for free. You go on TradingView, a trading platform, you backtest, you get a strategy, you go on YouTube. Simple, that will take you some time. Once you've got that, you buy a prop firm challenge. Prop firm is basically a proprietary trading firm. It's a company that gives you simulated or evaluated money. So like you can trade and you can make money, right? Okay. So I'm gonna give you $100,000. Yeah. It's not real money, but if you can prove you can make 10%, I'm gonna give you more money to make 5%. If you do that 2 times, whatever you make on the 3rd time, you get to keep 80% of the profit. Tell me that there's another opportunity right now where you can put $30 and make 10x on that. Well, the guy paid $258 and made 20K. Not just that, I just got a second on the FTMO leaderboard, and FTMO is the #1 prop firm out there, and I just made 50K, and all I paid was 1K. So I paid 1K to make 50K.
So would you rather go into trading than crypto, for example?
Yeah, crypto's too risky for me, man. I lost a lot of money on that as well.
So did I.
Did you?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I know.
And what kind of platforms would you recommend?
So they've got like MT5, they've got C-Trader, they've got TradeLocker. It's completely up to you what you want to trade on. It's like the choice is yours. But to start off, you need TradingView and YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is the best way to learn, man.
What's one piece of advice that's really changed the way you think?
Oh man, they're in Chinese though. There's a saying called 'Choi Yong Sak Ma Yin Zi Fei Fo. Basically, it's called the Chinese maybe. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
But long story short, there's a village, and the guy's called Choi Yong. He had a horse, and as you can imagine, in a village, a horse is a massive asset, isn't it? And then he lost the horse. The horse ran away. So then everyone's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry your horse ran away. And he's like, whoa, like maybe. Then the next day, the horse came back with 3 or 4. And then everyone's like, oh my god, you went from like imagine that, 1 R8 to like 4 R8s.
Yeah.
And he's like, congratulations. He's like, maybe. And then the next day, his son then rode on one of the new horses, but it's not trained and he's not accustomed, and he fell off and broke his arm. Again, everyone goes, I'm so sorry. He says, maybe. And then one other time as well, the day after, is the army then comes, and then they say he's dismissed and he doesn't have to serve in the army because he's broken his arm. They say, congratulations and maybe. And the moral of that story, and that's just life, in English, is like 1 door opens, 1 door closes. It's like, yeah, the horse went, but it's like, well, it brought back 4. You ask that guy, he said no for the interview, but you've asked the next one, he said yes. That loss also becomes a win. You just don't know the story yet. And as long as you're patient with it and you're calm with it, and also now coming with age, you start to realize that loss, just like I said to you, that 20K loss became an opportunity like no tomorrow. It taught me things that I'd never thought. And then you meet people that will take you to a level that you never thought as well.
Love that, man. So basically, if something goes wrong in your life, it could be leading to something bigger and better, so don't give up.
Yeah, I love the way you've interpreted that. That's the best way.
Guys, so I know we asked this question, but if I started all over again from zero, all I would do is I'd come out to places like Bond Street and Mayfair and just start talking to people, and you'll find that people have particular pain points. You can connect the dots and make money in between. Get out here, start networking, and you never know what opportunities will come, man. Just put yourself out there. That's one little tip. Let's keep going. Excuse me, guys. Sorry to disturb you. We're trying to inspire the next generation. Can I ask you what you do for a living?
We're entrepreneurs.
Oh, really? We're trying to inspire the next generation entrepreneurs.
Yes, that's good.
What business do you do?
Renewables.
Renewables?
Yes.
Can I ask you what's the most the business has made of content your success?
$1 billion.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
How does the business work?
The same way you do property investment, you find a piece of land, get planning permission, raise capital from a bank, 70, 80%, get a bridge loan if you don't have the equity, flip it, or build it, and then you make long-term income.
That's what you do, yeah?
So, yeah.
If you had to start again, how would you make your first million?
I would go to family, friends, and fools, the 3 Fs they say. Borrow, put it in a good cryptocurrency platform that's
Okay.
close to regulated, and trade fast money, unregulated, somewhere in a low tax haven, somewhere like Dubai.
Wow.
And you make $1 million within 3-4 years.
What would you say is the one thing the rich know that the poor don't about creating wealth?
Borrow, because you don't pay tax on debt. He bought Twitter, but he used and borrowed the shares of Tesla to buy Twitter. So you use basically a bank, you use your shares as collateral, borrow money, they give you a line of credit, use that to buy the other company. He's not put down any money. He's not, so it's the same as having, you buy a house. When you have a house, let's say it's all equity, you can use that house to borrow money, then use that money you borrowed to grow your asset base.
Okay.
But most people just buy a house to live in, and they say, we own the house. You don't own the house. The bank owns the house. So what you do is you buy the house or you buy the asset, make the asset work, and then use that money from the bank to buy and grow your business. Invest it in crypto, do various things. And so within 5-6 years, the power of leverage, that's why hedge funds, private equity firms, the wealthiest people use leverage. And you don't pay tax on debt.
I love that, man.
Okay?
Banging interview. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Guys, what an interview. £1 billion founder, £1 billion founder, one of the biggest we've ever interviewed. And he was saying the secret to what the rich know the poor don't is leveraging debt to create more wealth, not using your own money. Powerful stuff, man. In terms of opportunities, he's saying look at the crypto markets and the AI markets, and you should be investing your time and money learning those. Let's keep going, man. We're not done. Excuse me, sir. Sorry to disturb you. I love the hoodie.
Oh, thanks.
We're trying to inspire the next generation. Can I ask you what you do for a living?
I'm an advisor to digital media and technology companies, early stage, venture backed.
Oh, cool. Is it your own company?
Yeah, an advisory firm.
Wow. How long have you been doing that?
Probably about 15 years.
What was your first job? Did you always have money?
My first job was at Fox. One of the guys that helped to launch the Fox network in the United States.
Wow.
So I was there for 25 years. Yeah.
According to your success, what's the valuation of the company and what's the best year you've had?
I worked for Equity. One of the companies that I was very involved with from almost its inception was a company called Tubi.
What's the valuation of that company?
News Corp paid about $500 million for it.
Wow. What's the one secret to your success?
Lots of entrepreneurs try to disrupt businesses, but I have found that if you don't really understand the business you're trying to disrupt, you're less likely to be successful. Being intimately aware of a business basically allows you to, I think, see its vulnerabilities and see ways where you can make it better, more efficient.
Last one, what's one piece of advice that changed the way you think?
The universe does for us oftentimes what we can't do for ourselves. So trust in the universe, trust in the process. You know, sometimes having a lighter touch is better than having a heavy touch.
Yeah. Go with the flow. I love it. What's your name?
I'm Sandy.
Jamal, nice to meet you. Guys, sick interview. Founder that I'm sure he's worth hundreds of millions of pounds. Huge. So my biggest takeaway was the universe often does what we can't do for ourselves. So what I took away from that is the universe will open doors for you. Don't fight the process. That instinct you have is a map to where you should be going. Follow your passions. When doors open, run through them. What an amazing day, man. But let's keep going. Quick one, guys. As you know, when starting a business, sorting out your finances is the longest part. When I first started the Venture Room, I was up all night juggling taxes, invoices, and tracking expenses. That's why today I'm excited to share we partnered with Tide Business, the award-winning finance platform that does it all. From managing your expenses, tracking your taxes, and helping you get the most effective rates on your business savings. All from one place, right from your phone.
Love that, man. And as entrepreneurs, we already know time is money. So I want an app that saves me both. And with Tide, you can open up a business account in 24 hours. And if you sign up using our link, spend £100, you get £50 back. No fluff, no hidden fees, just everything you need to run your business all in one place. So if you're building something, now's the time.
I love that, man. Super easy. Check the link in the bio for your exclusive discount. Let's keep the ball rolling. Excuse me, sir. Sorry to disturb you, man. I love the blazer. Can I ask you what you do for a living?
I'm an entrepreneur, got a business.
Yeah? And how did you start out?
I started out doing balloon modelling and kids' magic shows, and then I built that up into an agency that sort of grew and grew and grew.
For context of success, what's like the best turnover or company valuation?
Our business will do around 50 million in revenue this year
congrats.
across all the groups.
So as a serial entrepreneur, what would you say are the best businesses to start today?
I look at businesses where there's a love, want and need. They're the best ones. So if you think about a day nursery, people love their children to be educated, they want them to be educated, but they also need them to be educated or be looked after so they can go to work. So supermarkets is a love, want and need business, insurance is a love, want and need business. Lots of businesses are just love and want, like a designer handbag, it's a love and want. You don't absolutely need it. So if you can find businesses that have those, and then crucially, find businesses where people transact with you 4 times in quick succession. They're the best ones. Netflix are very good at this. You know, they get you hooked on Stranger Things. No one cancels their Netflix subscription because they've got you 4 times very quickly. That's why supermarkets do all these reward programs. Get you back, get you tribal to the business. If you can find anything where people transact with you 4 times in quick succession, should mean the customer's less fickle, and then you've got much more predictability in your cash flow.
So I'll give you a little challenge. You have to start all over again. How would you make your first million or first 10K a month?
Yeah, well, I would start up with a swapping time for money business. I would try and find something where people will pay me valuably for my time. You know, obviously for me, I would probably do magic or entertainment or something like that. But you could be a tree surgeon, you could do DIY stuff. Swapping time for money, build up a little nest egg, then invest it into stock and start flipping the stock. Then very quickly, once I've got myself going a bit, I would look to go and buy a business from a baby boomer that wants to retire, that's been running it for over 10 years, and then use vendor finance, a process where the seller lets you pay over a period of time to take the business over. Then you've got yourself a multi-million-pound business very quickly.
Yeah. So can I ask you, what's the biggest opportunity for 2025?
We had more 65-year-olds created than 20-year-olds last year for the first time in our demographic history. What does that mean? We're getting a lot more woofties, that's well off over 50s, and they've got more health and more wealth than ever before. They hold all these property, they hold the chunk of cash in our economy, and they're no longer not doing anything. So I think there's a big opportunity to think about those well off over 50s, the woofties, and think about how you can get your business ready to serve some of those people having less children and having children later. So that's something I'm thinking about.
That's huge. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yes, guys, sick interview with James Sinclair. Super interesting guy, man, serial entrepreneur. My big takeaway was there's a huge wealth transfer today from the boomer generation to the next generation, and there's so many opportunities lying within that. So look at some of the older businesses. How can you bring that to the new generation and make millions of pounds? Let's keep going. We're not done. Yeah, today's been pretty sick, man. Had a very good day, very productive. I feel like weekdays might be better than Saturdays, because normally we're out on a Saturday, but loads of stuff going on. Oh, look who it is, man. What time do you call this, man? What time do you...
Wait, there's a nice Rolls Royce.
He come out at the end to get the glory.
All right, man.
All right.
Let me leave you alone. I'm late. I'm sorry.
All right, you gotta get active now, mate.
Get today. Sorry, bro. How you doing, man?
What's up?
Quick question: are you an entrepreneur?
Yes.
You are? What do you do, man?
I run a private equity company.
Hey, little one. What's the most money you've ever made in a business?
Well, our group, we've got about 6 companies in the group. Combined revenue is roughly $55 million a year. Yeah.
That's sick, man. And then how did you start?
Well, I've been an entrepreneur since 2010. 2019, I bought my first company, steel factory in Newcastle. Since then, I buy 1-2 businesses a year. Been doing that for like 6 years.
That's sick, man.
So.
And you said you buy business. Can you break down the framework to buy a business?
Sure. I mean, basically, you only need 3 things in order to buy a business. The first thing is you need deal flow, right? So you need to actually go after companies for sale. That's on-market businesses, or off-market, meaning they're not actively for sale. So deal flow. Second thing, once you've got a good deal, you need to agree on terms that make sense, meaning don't overpay. The way that these companies are valued is a multiple. All that means is profit times what? Profit times 2. 2, profit times 3. How many years of profit are you offering the seller? So that's deal flow. The second is debt. You then go and speak with the banks because I do leverage buyouts. So you line up your debt. The last piece is equity, right? So that's the fundraising from your investors, your equity partners. So 3 things: deal flow, debt, equity, in that order. That's how you buy businesses.
Okay.
That's how I built a $50 million group.
Yeah.
300 employees. And growing.
And what's a £1 billion opportunity someone can go after today?
Leverage buyouts. Buying businesses using bank debt, other people's capital, and taking over ownership of those businesses, putting in a management team, making profits and retaining the cash flows.
So I'm watching this right now.
Yes, sir.
They're going to pick up the phone to call a potential business owner that wants to sell.
Yeah.
Have you got a 30-second pitch that they should use on the phone?
Hi, my name is X. I'm a young person. I'm very humble. I came across your business. I would love to be the steward to take over this company, take it to the next level. I'm not asking for any freebies, not asking for any favors, simply asking for you to give me a chance to prove that I can close this transaction. Would you mind taking a 30-minute call with me where we can talk numbers, talk through your legacy, and discuss whether I'm the right buyer for your business? Assuming they don't throw you out the door, do it again, but try to do it with the banks.
Okay.
Hey, I found this perfect company. It makes £1 million, $1 million in profit. The owner has accepted 3 times profit as the structure. I'm looking for 2x as debt. Will you lend the money into the structure? Never mind my credit, never mind my track record. Look at the business's track record. It makes money. Do you want to put money in a company that makes money? Probably say yes, but. They'll say yes, but. What about the equity? Then you pick up the phone, speak to the investors, get the equity. Yes, but is a good thing.
Yeah?
It's not just yes, it's yes, but. So get your butt moving. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Nice.
That was sick.
Thanks for your time, guys.
Yes, guys, that was a sick interview with Yusufa. He's doing 55 mil, and he said the best opportunity is buying businesses. He gave you the pitch. All you got to do is take action. He said, what did he say? Get your butt moving.
Yes, guys, that wraps up another banging episode in Bond Street and Mayfair. We met loads of amazing entrepreneurs. My biggest takeaway was there's a huge wealth transfer going on from the baby boomers to the next generation, and there's so many opportunities arising. What about you, bro?
For me, short and sweet. Don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. Get your butt moving. So guys, hope you enjoyed that. Let us know your favorite interview and see you on the next one.